everybody. It's Ron and Hope Unfiltered. Real, raw, and relevant. This dude right here. He needs help.
I get silly when I get tired. I'm tired.
He's silly.
I'm tired.
Today.
Have I always gotten silly when I'm tired?
Yes.
You know, people will go.
I get cranky.
People will go traveling with me on my trips because they just want to see me after I done about 1 or 2 in the morning. We riding back to the hotel. I done got delirious.
I'm cranky and you're silly.
I get silly. I start cracking on everybody. I start talking about people.
But they're sitting there with you and you talk about them to their face.
I start making up nicknames and all kind of stuff. I'm doing that.
Anyway,
we ain't had you in a while. Are you happy to be back?
I'm so happy to be. Anytime I'm with you, Ron, I'm happy.
Okay, what have you ordered on Amazon that I don't know about?
No, on MacBid.
What is Mac? We don't know nothing about MacBid.
Jody's been teaching us about all the ways we can do e-commerce.
Well, tell them what we're talking about today. That ought to grab them. That ought to put the hook in their mouth and grab them.
Oh.
The last one you were here, we talked about what do you need from me. So it was kind of what does a woman need, but you made it more personal. This is what I need.
I said I can only answer
for me.
So
I told you today, I said, you asked me a little while, I said, what we're talking about. I said, let's flip it.
You just wanting to tell me what you need,
let's flip it in front of the world.
Okay.
My needs are simple.
We know.
They're very simple.
I know.
You have all these complicated things that we got to do, but mine are very simple.
Yes. Would you like to share them? And this could be a very quick
We could be like a 4-minute podcast.
Right.
We'd be done.
Yes. Men in general need
the love of a good woman.
respect, appreciation, food, and sex.
Not necessarily in that order. We'll do without food if we get smothered.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Right, I'm tired and I'm being silly. We got to get serious. It's supposed to be a serious talk.
Is it?
I think so, isn't it?
Why is it got to be serious?
By the way, we're in a new sanctuary doing this in Greenville, South Carolina. So grateful. 3.5 years. We met in a temporary location, and this is our stage, and they set us up here on the stage, and a lot of people's been working real hard. We remodeled a building in 5 weeks.
Yep.
67,000 square feet. We remodeled it in 5 weeks.
Still got stuff to do.
Yeah, still got odds and ends, but everybody's made it work, and it's just a tremendous facility. The church, the first Sunday we opened up almost tripled in a day. So we're just in a really good place. But this is the first time we've ever actually shot from here.
Yeah.
When we go to Greenville, we always rented a studio, but now this is our own. So just praise God for that. Seriously, we talked about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. No, it's 3 now.
The needs of a woman.
Because last week I didn't do one. We had Travis, and before you had the needs of a woman, and then you kind of made it personal. Because I do think there are generalities that fall in the category of what every woman needs and every man needs. But then I think, there's every man that may be a little bit different from the crowd. Every woman that's different from the crowd.
That's you.
And
you're different from the crowd.
Because my need for, my love language quality time, I don't think usually falls in a man category. They usually falls pretty much in a woman category. They need that time and they need that full attention. And
but you need that quality time.
Yeah, that's mine. And if I get a little bit of that every day, I'm pretty much good to go. But anyway, you want to start silly or you want to start serious?
No, just answer it. Okay, the number one need. Number one.
Are we doing general men? Because I can teach that. Are we doing me?
Let's talk about you first.
Okay.
Number one.
Well, most of it will be general men, but I probably got 2 or 3 that's different. Number one? I hadn't thought about that.
Your number one need from Hokey. Do, 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 do.
To be valued.
To be valued.
What I mean is...
Put you first. You're my priority.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good way to put it.
I know it.
That's a good way to put it. I don't...
That is not news to me.
In marriage, I'm a giver, big time giver. And I'm a doer, and I'm a server. But when you flip it, what do you need? I don't like in my marriage. Other stuff I can deal with it. But in my marriage, I don't like to feel like I come in second. And we're just being to
What
be
happens
valued.
when you do? I mean, just life, and you had
Men
to come in
pout.
second
Men pout.
or third that
Men
day.
pout. All men pout. Men, for the most part, don't want to argue because we don't like to get in battles we can't win. Women can out-argue a man all day long because their verbal skills are so much greater.
I do not. That is not true in our house.
But that's commonly
can
true.
Argue.
I'm a debater. I'm not really an arguer. I hate arguing. I can't stand arguing. I hate it, and I'll do everything I can to try to get around it. I do want to fix it,
But you can out
but I
talk
don't want
me.
to argue it. But I think here again, that may be the preacher or the talker, because I have to talk a lot more than most men. I have to do it for a living. That's what I do by my calling. But I think as long as I know that I'm somewhere on your mind, and that for the most part you got my best interest in mind, I'm good. I'm good. If I feel like I'm coming in at number 3 or 4, nothing will change, but men by nature pout when they're not getting what they want. That's what men do. Women tend to, I think, be more verbal, confrontational, maybe more argumentative. Men just get quiet. And does anything wrong? No. Yeah, something's wrong.
Or they're passive aggressive and take it out in a different way.
Passive aggressive. I think that's a good way to put it. Am I passive aggressive? I know I'm a pouter, but am I passive aggressive?
No, I don't think you are. But there are a lot of men that are passive aggressive.
I don't think that's me. I was being very, very vulnerable. Yeah, if I feel like, I just got the worst of everything that day, I'll mope around the house and not talk a little while.
Until about 11 o'clock, and then you're like, I need to talk to you about something. At 11 o'clock, when I am ready to go to bed.
That's probably true, too. Maybe not that late. But before you go to bed, I usually want to...
Because you want us to work it out. If I hadn't said anything about bedtime, you're going to say something.
And I want you to bring it up because I want you to notice it.
Yeah.
I want you to notice I'm pouting.
Now, that's passive aggressive.
Yeah, I want you to notice I'm pouting.
That's passive.
And then I want you to ask me. And then once you bring it up, because I don't want to be the first to bring it up, I want you to notice something's wrong, and then I'll come and talk about it. I don't know that all men fall in that category. That might be a Ron thing.
That's a womanly kind of thing.
That might be a Ron thing. Mm-hmm. That might be a Ron thing.
So you need to be valued.
I need to feel like with
your priority.
With other people, I can take it if I'm not number one, if I'm, even my kids.
As long as I got you in that spot.
But as long as I know with you, everything else is going to come in second, third, and fourth. I'm probably the best husband you could ever have.
Yeah.
And you know that. Because I perform off things like that. If I get those internal things met, I become a server. I become a doer.
It fuels you.
It fuels me to do good things.
Yeah.
To want to do good things. That's a hard number. You never asked me what's number one. I would say that's probably right up there with me. I remember Dr. Miles Monroe would take that song, all you need is love from the Beatles, and he said it's not true. He said that's not all a man needs.
A woman does.
Yeah, a man needs respect.
Yeah.
I would think that. I think you know this. For the most part, Hope, doing right means a lot to me. Mm-hmm. And because character and integrity are not perfected, but there's something that I strive for. I beat myself up real bad if I know I've fallen short, if I know I've hurt somebody, if I know I let somebody down, if I know I've made a bad decision. I beat up myself real bad. I think that's why I have a need to feel respected, because I work so hard at trying to do the right thing. People that have no character or integrity, why would you ask to be respected? But people,
unless you're a narcissist.
Yeah. But people who, in the good and bad, and when it's easy and when it's difficult, try to still do the right thing, even if the right thing's going to work against them. we tell the story sometime. I won't go into the details. I mean, way back in the 2000s, we reported people like, that's the dumbest thing you ever did, Ron Carpenter. We self-reported an IRS. We had one of our entities that our little kind of mom and pop guy, we shouldn't have left it there, but we had a little mom and pop guy who lived next to us, and he did our taxes. But our taxes were getting more and more complicated,
yeah.
And we should have made a change. We didn't. And one of our entities, he went a whole year and didn't pay any of the taxes on that entity. And I self-reported it. I called them myself and said, they absolutely
ate our lunch.
Hammered us. And I thought to myself, man, getting to eat up like that for doing the right thing. But I think that's just the way I am. I want to be respected, because when everybody's looking and when nobody's looking, I try to do right. I try to.
You do. I agree.
And
that's worthy of respect.
So that means a lot to me. A love language, you say what I need, but this is also in a love language. I think I'm different than most guys here. I think I like my alone time. I have a lot of alone time. I have more alone time than I want.
Do what?
I like my alone time. I have to think. I have to meditate. In my alone time, I pray.
You like your alone time?
Yeah, I like it. But when my alone time is over, I want to be with you. I don't want to play golf. I don't. When I'm tired, and when I say I need a break, that's not fishing to me.
I'm your break.
Yes, you are. If I can be with you, I think that's a great compliment, by the way. I don't think you should wear that as a weight, because there's not really anything I want you to do. I just want to be with you. She squeezed my knee under the table.
He said, there ain't nothing I want you to do.
You know what I'm talking about. What did I tell you last night?
That you missed just being with me?
I said, let's just get in the car and ride. You said, where are we going to go? I said, it don't matter.
Yep. And this morning you said, I just love being with you in the morning.
I missed it because we've been gone a lot, and
like 10 days we got
to sit there. You had 2 come hires back to back, so we missed each other. And before that, you've been tending to your mom and dad. We've had a lot. But, I'm sitting there drinking that coffee by myself every morning, and this is a whole lot better when I'm sitting on that couch drinking it with you. So for whatever reason, God wired me in such a way that is very meaningful to me. Is quality time meaningful to you?
Yes.
Like I said, and it don't have to be sex and all that. Yeah, the sex is nice, but when I say quality time, that really ain't what I'm referring to. I'm not talking about passionate time.
Just being together.
Yes. Last night, we got a little 2-seater convertible that we like as a toy, and I got home last night and let's just go ride. We didn't because it started pouring down rain. That ain't fun in a convertible. But that's 3 things. I mean, I said 2. I said respect and be valued, and then quality time.
But men in general.
I need. This is raw and relevant. I'm 56, and I feel the aches and pains, and I see the stuff that don't look like it used to. I need to feel that you are attracted to me. I don't need to feel that you just in agape love with me. I need to know you got some eros love in there for me. I want to feel like I can still walk out of a room and me and you're going to a gathering, and I got the suit on, and you look at me and like, man, let's be late.
Oh.
I want to know that you legitimately feel that. I think as you get older, that may be unrealistic. But you asked me what I like. I'm just being honest about what I like.
You work hard to stay physically fit and attractive.
And you asked me about that about a week or 2 ago, and I said, I do the best I can not to give you stuff to overcome, to be attractive, like hygiene and other stuff. I don't want there to be, after I get over these 6 gross things about Ron, okay, then I can be attracted to him. I wish he'd take a bath, or I wish he'd, shave his back, or I wish he would get a pedicure. I try not to give you hurdles you have to get past.
Thank you.
I try.
Thank you for not giving me hurdles.
It's harder the older you get not to have hurdles. But you're making me think about things. This is good.
What about men in general? Just biblically,
Some
the
of the
way
same
God
stuff.
created a
They
man.
need respect. Men generally, they just need to. They need to
They
feel
need to
like
be valued
respect.
in their job.
I'll
they
tell you
need
another
to-
thing I need. Well, go ahead. Valued in your job.
I said they need to be valued because God created the man to work
To put his
and
hands-
to provide, to
yep.
put his hands at something. So they need to be valued in
And
that.
he needs to be valued in that, and he needs to be appreciated for it.
Yes.
A lot of times he's unappreciated for what he don't do around the house, but not appreciated for how hard he worked that day so they can have a house.
Yep.
And I've had to talk to my kids about that a lot, because they talk about sometimes how much I had to be gone. I'm like, yeah, but the same time you like going to that private school.
Right.
It's,
You like that car you was driving, didn't you?
You were driving a car when you were 16 and you were going to a private school. Well, somebody's got to be out there doing something, you know. And I did work very hard and still do. I think a man needs peace. I won't say it the way we got a friend that says it.
I was about to say.
I can't say it like Reggie.
Reggie's
Reggie's a little more crude than I am.
He says there's 3 P's
Don't go there. Don't
that
go there.
every man needs.
Don't go there.
I'm gonna tell you,
that's
I'm not
too,
gonna
that's
say
too
it.
unfiltered.
But he
they
says
gonna
peace.
know.
He says peace, pasta.
And he says, you
and
figured the
you
third
figured
one
the
out.
third one out.
That's what he says. Yeah,
Peace,
even
food, and
I'm
the
pretty
other.
raw, but even he's got me on that one.
But he's right.
Hey, those are a big 3. But I'll tell you, I need peace. I've always told you, I don't know how men do it. I can't come home to chaos.
Right. And I've always tried to have our house
You have a great home.
peaceful.
You have a great home. I mean, you left our house this morning playing spa music. I mean, I wanted to go back to bed. There's coffee. It's raining outside. You got spa music on. You like candles. Just a lot of little stuff.
Keep it clean.
Yes, the house is clean. It's hospitable. And you did that back 20 years, when you were 20 years old and we got married. And you kept those little apartments spotless. You just did. But not just my environment, peace. You don't nag. You're not bombarding me with what I'm not doing well. And I know that there are a lot of men that.
I'm not a nagger because I can't stand a nagger.
Yeah, you don't nag. You never have. You don't come home. I don't come home to everything I didn't do right. And I told him, I said, that was Samson's great attraction to Delilah. Is that
She just gave him a peaceful place
she gave it? Yeah, they told him
to
about the
lay
sex.
his head down.
I told him, I said, pastors have made Delilah out to be, some, hip swinging
Erotic.
like a pendulum, erotic porn star. And I said, the Bible mentions nothing about her sex life. The Bible mentions nothing about her body or her measurements. The body mentions nothing. The Bible. The Bible mentions nothing about it.
There's the word. Ding, ding.
The Bible, nothing about it. And so it's all formulated and fabricated. But the Bible doesn't even talk like Samson's main attraction to her was even that. He laid his head in her lap. In other words, you got a lot of problems, but you don't have any problems here.
Yeah, come rest.
Samson, you got enemies everywhere trying to kill you, but right here in my lap, you ain't got to worry about none of them. That is an extremely attractive feature. And when I've often told you, if I know you think I did good, I don't give a flip about nobody else's opinion. If you say the message was good, I can have 300 people in the thread tell me it sucked, and it don't matter to me. But if some reason I know you look at me and say, well, there's
Ron, I wish you would have.
I wish you would have, or you came out the gate a little slow or something like that. Boy, that'll mess with me all day long, because your opinion means everything to me. Everybody else's opinion doesn't matter as long as I got yours. And so,
peace.
Coming home to peace and having, even when, me and you got a lot on us and now we're both very active. Even where we have to work through something, work through it and landing in peace. Peace is not the absence of conflict.
Right.
It's just knowing it's knowing the process by which you get there. And I think peace almost has to be a demanded standard in the house. we're not going to be crazy here.
Yeah.
We're not throwing plates here. We're not screaming all the
Right.
time here.
This isn't going to happen
Yeah,
here.
that's not the way this
because
house is
if
going to be.
you as adults do it, your children
Oh
are
my
going to do it,
gosh. Oh
and
my
they're
gosh.
they got free permission to be buck wild
Yeah.
in the house.
So I know with me, I need peace. We've been doing this about 20 minutes, so let me think one or two more. What do you perceive by sex?
I perceive you need sex.
Has
I
my
perceive it.
has my sex drive changed over the years?
Not really. Your understanding of me has changed, but your sex drive has not changed.
That's a good way to put it.
Just you've understood the nature of a woman's cycle, my differences in my age, and so you know how to temper your same sex drive, but you still have it.
Do you like that I'm still attracted to you?
Yes, I like that.
Do you
you're
like
still
walking
attracted.
through in the towel and know if you don't get your clothes on in a hurry, something grave is going to happen?
No, I don't know if I like that. I don't.
You know, you
But-
said he's been looking at me for 36 years and I still have to hide when I got a towel
I do.
on. I think that's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
I think that's a compliment, yeah. And you can still do that after all these years. We've been together a long time.
We have, because we're getting old.
I need sexual intimacy with my wife. There's a strong feeling of connection that I get out of that, not just the physical pleasure of it, but the soulish connection.
Well, it does. It keeps you connected as a couple
Yeah.
on another level.
A lot of men need it for just the release of it. There is that element that a man has, but I think as I've matured as a man, mine's deeper than that. I'm not just looking for my next experience. I'm like, I need to be with you, and I need to be with you this way. And I will tell you this, I'm going to toot your horn in front of everybody because there may be a lot of women need to hear this. I don't get turned down much. I think a lot of women need to hear that.
You don't.
Now, can we call it what you used to call it? Can we say that even on Unfit? You used to call it the mercy.
Ronald, we're not going to talk about the mercy screw.
The mercy screw. Tell them what a mercy screw is. Look, when we started this podcast, we said we're going to talk about everything.
The mercy screw is when you give it because you love your spouse, but you really don't want it. It's like, I really don't.
I'm not there, but I know
right,
you are.
But I know you are. So this is Ron. And I would tell you, Ron, this is going to have to be a mercy screw. And you're like, okay. You're like, fine. I'll take it. Dang it.
You're like, I can't match your passion, so this is going to have to
Right.
be ministry.
It is ministry.
It's going to have to be ministry. Now, let's quit laughing to some women who are out there saying, I'm just going to be honest with you, I don't believe that, and I'm not doing that. If I don't feel it, I'm not doing it. What would you say to that?
I don't always feel like being nice.
There's a lot of feelings about this right
yeah,
here.
but I don't always feel like being nice, or I don't always feel like getting up and going to work. But there are requirements, and I think in marriage that there are some requirements. You just don't withhold.
Here's what I
from your
would
spouse.
say to these ladies. Because it's really not been a big problem at our house. It really hasn't. And
No, I'm not going to do a mercy screw or a real screw if there's tension between us and I'm mad at you. I'm not doing that,
No.
and I feel like that is
no.
it degrades you.
I'm talking
It makes
about
you
under
feel
normal
bad.
circumstances.
Yes,
But at that moment, our appetites are different.
right.
Here's what I've told ladies. Neither have I took advantage of
No, you don't.
that. So there's a mutual thing that goes on there. When you know your wife views her love for you and views her body as yours in that way, but at the same time it needs to be reciprocated that's not taken advantage of. But I would tell most women, what good does it do to allow your man to walk around with that desire unmet, and you know it's unmet, and you
Right.
don't care. What possible good is going
Right.
to come out of that?
But I mean, this is opening up a huge can of worms that we probably don't have time to go into.
It's a
but
different podcast.
yeah, but there's a lot of men, Ron, who are walking around with this animalistic sex
'Cause of
drive.
porn.
That
'Cause of
is
porn.
not healthy because it's rooted in
It's rooted in self.
It's rooted in self,
Rooted in
and it's
self.
rooted in
not
not
rooted in
having
love.
self-control. It's rooted in porn. It's rooted in a lot of
I
things.
understand.
So a woman feels that. A woman
And we may need to
feels
talk
that
about that.
nasty desire. A woman feels that she's just
Now,
being
talk
used.
about that. Talk about that. You can feel it when it's
Yes,
different.
because it's a spirit. There's a spirit on it, and a woman can feel that. So they feel used, they feel devalued, they feel degraded, and so yes, they're going to kick against
push
it.
back.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's true.
So you can tell the spirit out of which you're being approached.
Yes, you can feel the pursuit. If it's a loving, godly pursuit,
This is
or
my
if
husband
it's
and he needs me.
yes, or if this is a dirty, rooted in something sinful,
He's gone to something else and got himself tore up, and now he's
wants
coming to
come
me to meet it.
Yes,
Yeah. That's good. That's good for the men to hear.
a woman can feel that. A godly woman can feel it. Even an ungodly woman can
She
feel,
may not know what she's feeling, but she
Yes.
feels something.
because you can feel spirits.
I definitely need the sex, and a lot of that has not changed through the years. Maybe my appetite a little bit, but my attraction to you in that area has diminished very little. I'm still very strong. And you've been good to me in that. I think that's part of a very healthy marriage. Let's do one last one, but I'm going to switch it up on you. What's one thing you perceive that I need that you may give to me, and I don't even know you're doing it, but you just know I need it?
You need my help in a lot of areas. And I'm okay with that because I know my role is to be a helpmate.
Example.
I am designed to help you do the things that you're not good at. Because we all have areas we're not good at, right? But God puts the woman in the man's
When we were
life.
dating, you told me I was good at everything.
Well, I didn't know you well then.
You just want to ring.
Anyway, God puts the woman in the man's life to help the man, okay, in that area, in whatever area he's deficient in. So you can't, women, get mad, that he can't do X, Y, and Z. That's why you're in his life, is to help him. Can't resent him because he's not good at whatever, and you can fill in the blanks. You probably are. That's why God put you with him.
Yeah, I've always said our differences are what makes the partnership,
Yeah.
not our likenesses, our differences.
Right.
And the place where most people fight are the places where God sent somebody to complete you.
Right.
That's what's crazy.
Help you.
Yeah. To help and complete you and supplement the area which you're not good at.
I really
is good.
do wish that you would learn to find the mayonnaise and the dressing and stuff, though. I mean, in the refrigerator. I really don't want to help you do that anymore. You just open it up
would,
and you move
but it's
things,
such-
Ron, and you look for things.
It is such a hassle, though,
Oh,
moving all the
my
Amazon
Lord.
boxes out of the
Is
way to
it?
get to the fridge.
My boxes aren't near the fridge.
Yeah, they are.
They're in the
everywhere.
front door.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're on the outside of the front
you know
door.
why? Because I'm helping
They're on
you.
this.
I am helping you.
You helping me liquidate my assets?
No, those were my assets. Anyway, this has been good. You know what?
Go back and catch the one 2 times ago where she sat here and told me these are the things she needs, and then look at the one you're looking at now, and go back. I think it'd be good to have some discussion.
I
about
think
that.
you need to go talk to your spouse. If you're married and you're listening to this, it really doesn't matter, ladies, what another man needs. And it really doesn't matter, gentlemen listening to this, what women in general need. If you're married, you need to ask your spouse, what do you need from me? What is it that
and you need to tell them.
Yes, and you need to be open. It doesn't need to go into a fight.
No.
Or you don't do this for me. Don't answer it that way. What do you need? And you need to love them enough to receive it and to give it.
That's good. Spoken from a place of maturity. That's where that comes from. And we do want to tell some people who say, man, we're a long way from that. This come after barn burners.
Yep.
This comes out of being at the lowest points in life. It's come after 3.5 decades.
Yep. It's being married for the long
it's
haul,
being married
the long-term
and
investment.
saying, we screwed this up and we're going to work to fix it. Well, we screwed this up. We're going to work to
We've
fix
had
it.
lots of long talks and lots of cries to learn each other and to get there. But it's part of the beauty of the journey,
It is.
right?
It's the adventure of the journey. It sure is. We love you guys. We always appreciate you. Forgive me for skipping a week. I just got tired of doing them by myself while my baby doll wasn't with me. And but 2 times ago was the one with me and Hope, and then this one right here will be good to listen to together. Well, tell them what you got going. Inner Circle.
Inner Circle, if you want a really genuine, real life mentorship, I would invite you to come to be a part of my Inner Circle. It's called Hope's Inner Circle. Go to hopesinnercircle.com, sign up. You get the free book. You get a free month. We've got people from all over the world,
Let me ask you a
5
question.
different countries.
Would you categorize what you do more as coaching or more discipleship?
Discipleship.
Okay.
Yeah. I really take real life issues, renewing your mind, how to become more disciplined, what do you do with pain? Those types of things.
I'm usually in the next room while you're doing
Yes.
it. It's good stuff.
It is really good stuff. And we have people from all over the world. It's 5 countries actually now, 34 states. And it's pretty special. So if you would love to be a part of something like that, to be a part of a group who holds your hand, to watch you grow, and who believes that you can be better than you are today, go to hopesinnercircle.com and join.
And we quit doing advertisements for others for a while because we had our own stuff we've developed and I want to tell you about. I have the Vault. And the Vault is my life's library of preaching. Yep. All the way back to the stuff I'm not sure I want you to hear from the early 90s. We've digitally remastered it all. And for a subscription price of $9.99, you can go to my app, not the website.
Go to the Ron
Go to
Carpenter
Ron
app.
Carpenter app. And on the app, you can be a subscriber. You can do it a month or you can do it forever. But everything I've ever preached, every title under the sun, every subject under the sun, it's in there, and I would love for you to have it, and we fixed it up for you. That's the end of this one. And until
It's been
next time,
good.
Ron and Hope Unfiltered, real, raw, and relevant.
raw,
This one was fun.
relevant.
We'll see you real soon.